It says we have two. Oh no, we just have 2 subscribers. So if we built up YouTube subscribers, it would definitely mean more somehow.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so look, you're in OCD world. You're not even looking at me. I can tell.
You're right.
What are you looking at?
I can't tell you live. It's a secret.
You're worried about competition.
Obviously.
Okay, so I know you're obsessed literally while we're streaming, and now you're picking at your hair.
I was getting us a domain name.
Oh. And is it taken? Wellness and Weirdos. Is it taken? Yes or no? Oh, but you don't want to talk about it? Oh, okay. Well, then go get it while we're talking. I can vamp. No one is watching.
Here's the thing. I'm a domainer, so I'm trying to decide if I should buy it on my usual account or if I should start another account so I could pay for like the hosting and everything together because I think I'm out of hosting space on my server.
To use HostGator?
No, I use GoDaddy.
Okay. Did I impress you that I knew what HostGator was?
Yes.
Are you lying?
Yes.
Okay.
No, I've used HostGator before. Just kidding.
I love the tone, right? The tone is already there. So now I need to give you some more words to say. Oh, you're pouting, huh? You're doing the...
Matt's sad again. Matt's so sad.
Oh my god, it gets me. It's so funny.
It's a good one. You win.
This part. Actually, no, that isn't it. I just love it. I think it fits so good. I'm not like the type of person that you can't come back to me with something at some point and say, oh, I want to do a different song. It's just an idea. I just like having an idea for now. So anyway, so you're doing some of that. So the question is, are we going to produce anything good on YouTube? And then the next question, I really, there's something that I already know the answer to, but I have to, okay, let me make this lower.
I have a question.
Yeah.
On OBS, can you, do slide-in things? Like, if I were to say, type something, could you put that on the screen?
Sure, I think. But
can you? Yeah, no problem. Hang on.
But no. It's a very obscure question you're asking me. Only in that I need a little background. So give me some more background.
So, if I wanted to put something,
I do see a channel called Wellness Weirdos.
Yeah, there's Wellness Weirdos, and then there's also, I like that.
What? By the way, Wellness Weirdos has 2 subscribers, so it's not like they're doing any better than... Oh, Jesus Christ.
See this? Jeez. I like black and white. I like that a lot,
actually. Who turned you on? Okay, stop. What's happening right now? Oh, my God. We've got problems. We have problems. So anyway, the reason that I was careful, because the question is, what are you thinking about?
If I were to say, I were to pull out, a book, and I pulled out the 6 essentials here.
Okay.
Could I be if I want to talk about 6 things, could I be number 1, and then you do...
Yeah, okay, but to be fair, it would be much better and easier, and it would be easy if I had them ahead of time.
All right.
If I had them ahead. So...
That makes sense.
I've realized a fundamental thing I want to say right now to you. I know you're doing important things, so I'm not going to hassle you that you're not looking at me. Fundamental important thing is this. We need to be anywhere we're going to be that's going to get us a lot of viewers. Now, I will tell you that in our journey, Jeffy and I found a lot of volume, the most volume ever on Periscope. Now, you probably don't even know Periscope. Started by a dude. He got into a lot of scandal, but it was peaking at one point. And then I think bigger fish like Amazon, YouTube, and Facebook said, "Holy shit, live streaming is going to hit big." And then they started creating platforms like Twitch and Mixer and all that.
Right.
Now you said that you felt like maybe Twitch wasn't a good fit for us because there's so many young gamers there that it's going to be hard to have a discussion about adult stuff. And I don't disagree. At the same time, I have no idea how to get any visibility on YouTube Live.
It's really just about what we talk about. It's about content. And so I think it's less about live and more about putting up content videos that are shorter, that are somewhat put together, where if somebody Googles it and we have valuable content, they're going to be like, oh. You know what I mean?
I will say this, and I don't know if this is going to fuck with our stream or not. I'm going to find out. But I never called our stream anything because I was too... And I had a good thing. So we should say chat... hold on. Chat about current wellness trends and upcoming talk show.
Right.
By the way, this is what I hate more than anything, writing all the shit in. If you look, and one day I hope it shames you, if you look at all of the videos that I spent a lot of time uploading, they have no titles to them. The titles are shit.
You know, that's my job.
Well, just...
Oh, that's sad again. Womp, womp, womp.
God, it makes me laugh every time. Okay, so hold on. Dr. Sarah talks to Matt about how to get well. Whoops. In an ever-changing culture.
Ooh.
Just threw it out there. Of course, spelled your name wrong, and then I gotta fix your name. Satra. Boop.
At least it didn't autocorrect to Satan.
I think it's amazing that Val, so honest, goes, I'm bored. I mean, I was like, what? Yeah, I didn't want to do it. You know, I got bored with the thing. Okay, so let's just see. Yeah, it worked. Man, that was easy. Yeah, totally working. So, live chat, and then it says chat about current wellness trends and upcoming talk show. It looks really good, to be honest. It looks so much better than that whole stream we did before. I mean, I look horrible. I'm in the closet, but still doesn't look horrible. It looks somewhat bright. I don't know why it's frozen on my... Oh, no, now it's not. It's good. Okay, so I wish that we could go somewhere where we get a lot of popularity. I don't care about the money right now. I just care about the popularity. And I think that's the interesting thing, paradigm shift between me and Jeffy and you and me. And maybe, you know, I mean, we have a week to consider, but maybe we do. Oh, we gotta... What the... Well, hello. The question is, can we attract more people on this platform?
Yeah, if we have valuable content.
If we have lighting, if we have better lighting. But,
right.
I mean, I don't know, but that's the leap of faith that I put my hands in you. I know that I have valuable content because you're a gold mine of valuable content, and my level of skepticism is so high that I'm going to give you an encounter that comes from a very natural and real place deep within me.
Great. That's really great.
It really is. I mean,
And if not, we can just default to me reading stories online.
no, I think we've got lots to discuss, and I think we come from totally different perspectives. I mean, you could see what I was doing with Val, right?
Mhm.
I think that I'm speaking to Brittany to the heart of her. She's a businesswoman. She literally, I know this to be true. She has to give Brittany the words that Brittany's going to write in some paragraph somewhere to say, this is how it is.
Right.
But Val gets, look, she's the real deal in that what I love about her is what you love about her is what I hate about her. She's just shits authenticity. She
Right.
doesn't go outside of her bubble. She lives
Right.
in her bubble. And she does
Mhm.
everything with intention in her bubble. Outside of her bubble, I'm not sure. She's a mess. But inside that bubble, outside the bubble, how do you work the Venmo?
Yeah.
How do you work it? And she's calling me and she's showing the. So, anyway, so I just want to go somewhere where the platform is good. That we have lots of content. It takes me a second to come up with it. Jeffy is going to be interesting. I think he needs the foundation that we could do. But the question is, do we do it on Twitch or do we do it on YouTube? And I don't know.
I
Yes,
found something on the internet the other day that said we could do it on both at one time.
we can. I think we can. We gotta figure that out because I don't know if we can do both through OBS. And OBS is what it said we could.
Yeah, that's what I looked up 2 days ago.
I actually honestly have looked through that, and I'm not saying no. I'm just saying we could try it. I'm open. I don't know
Right.
how, but like part of me thinks we just do two fucking different computers.
Or that.
And then the
Right.
other thing is, I don't know what Brittany's internet is. I'm serious. That's important because that's where we're doing
Right.
it from, right?
Yeah,
Why are you laughing?
because it's like I was not expecting you to say that. That's why it's funny.
What did you think I was going to say?
Not anything about Brittany and her internet.
What did you think I was going to say?
I wasn't even thinking about that like location. I was just thinking about nothing. Like I didn't think you were gonna say that.
Like my
We were
build
talking
up
about,
sounded like I was going in a different direction.
Well, we were talking about like streaming and different computers and like cameras. Then you're like, and I don't know about Brittany's internet.
Well, yeah, because I was thinking if we have two different computers, we need two different internet connections. Can she support two separate streams going out at the same time? That's a lot of data.
Right.
Logistics.
So much data.
So, yeah, and then the question is, and I think Jeffy's going to say this, if we record it, why don't we just upload it to Twitch?
You mean YouTube?
No, Twitch. Why don't we record on YouTube and upload to Twitch? There are people that upload videos on Twitch.
Yeah, I think you need a combination of both no matter what. Like we need a few clips that are like really great and like very like content focused, I think, to increase our subscriptions. And then we need live streams because people are interested in that once they're interested in your content. Like we have to have concise, less than 2-minute videos where we teach people some shit, and then they're going to be interested in what we teach, and they're going to want to watch us talk about Brittany's internet.
Do you know who's to me one of the best streamers ever? I'll bet you she's in the top 10.
Who?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna do what you do because you love data. I don't hate that about you, by the way. I'm just giving you a hard time. Let me see how high she is.
Who is it?
I'm not telling you. I want to find out my facts before I present somebody.
Okay, I'll wait.
So this is March 7, 2018. So I don't even. This is on Mashable. She has 3.2 million YouTube subscribers.
Oh my god.
Is that a lot?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. And she wouldn't disclose her YouTube revenue, but according to analytics, Yoga with Adriene pulls in anywhere from $3,000 to $45,000 a month. It's a big range, but YouTube estimates are often like that due to complicated ad schemes. That doesn't include subscription video service, Adidas sponsorship events, or merchandise. She's currently writing a book about a relationship. Okay, you ready for who it is? Ready for the big reveal?
Yeah, who is it?
Oh, you're gone. It's Adrian. It's Adrian. She does yoga online.
Oh, yoga online.
Have you ever seen her though? She's really good.
No.
She's got an angelic face, and she's just really like centered and just easygoing. She was an actress at one point, but I just know random people that are into her, which means like she's really like in a lot of homes, you know?
See, that's the thing about the internet.
Did you just change outfits again?
No, I had to give Simba and Nala a watcher. So the thing about it is, people love people on the internet. Are you sad again or are you distracted?
No, I'm listening. People love people on the internet. I was just looking at my watch. Keep going.
Every time, you know, people love people on the internet. And you're like,
No, I'm listening to you. I'm not out. I'm in.
and they like to learn things on the internet. Like if you're like if you Google something,
I'm
like,
100% all in on your idea. That's why I'm cutting you off, because you're right. So my question is, what could we teach people that would be a clip-worthy thing, and that people would be like, oh, I want to learn that?
I could teach about mindfulness, like mindfulness tips
I fucking love it. So
and plant-based bro tips. And
that's what I think. I think we need that, like, that's what people are, everybody, every streamer. Jeffy was telling me he had a friend. You should ask him about it tomorrow, because I don't even know if he'll be there tomorrow, but he's there every day, isn't he?
Yeah. He had to take off today, and then he was like, I'm going to sleep in. I'm not going to set an alarm. Then at 6 a.m., he's like, my mind's up. It's running. And I'm like, I like it. Rest. But Tam did the same thing too. And they're like, is this what it's like to be you?
They're all hooked in.
Yeah. And I feel bad. Like, I wake up very early, and recently earlier than I usually do, automatically. And I think to myself at like 3 or 4 a.m., I'm like, they better not be up. Or I'll like see Tam's name like on a spreadsheet, like on the schedule or something. And then she'll tell me when she comes in, she'll be like, oh shit, Sarah saw me awake. Yeah, go to sleep.
But isn't that what you like? Don't you want people to feel love and passion for their job?
I do, but I really don't want to burn them out. I want them to take care of themselves, and I want them to continue to like working here and not feel like drained and it to feel chaotic.
But isn't it their love of doing it which is what's firing their passion?
I certainly hope so.
I mean, that's the thing, is like, I love what you said about the stream, and I'm not there yet, but I do, streaming with you is not exciting for me as much as it's kind of relaxing. It's like a slow scratch to an itch.
Mhm.
And I feel like maybe this point in my life, or for whatever, like, when I play music with Jeffy, it's a very intense scratch to an itch. It's an intense, but to get there is not easy. And Jeff likes to think it's easy, but I do it twice a week. I drive all the way from work, all the way to his house. Now you could say, well, I'd have to drive home anyway, but the drive to home is 19 minutes. That extra 10 to 15 it takes to get to Jeffy's, not easy, not including getting food. So I get off work, go get food, drive to Jeffy's at 6, hand him a bang. Then sometimes I have to get him off his couch because he's watching news, which kills my soul. I'm like, let's go. Then 3 hours till 9. Now, the thing about me and Jeffy is when we hit that note, you would know this because when you came to see us, you didn't enjoy it. But when I'm
That's not true. I did enjoy it. I was insecure about singing.
I really did not. I really wish we could figure that vibe out a little bit more because I've seen you grab the mic and go scoop bop boodly doodly doo and skip a leap a deep and I'm like, why can't we just do that?
I will sing like there's no song that's ever been sung before if I cannot hear myself.
So you wish you weren't on the.
No, all I could hear in my headphones was my voice. I don't want to hear my voice. It's like it's a very strange thing.
Okay, so we're gonna figure something out on the stream at some point.
For me to sing.
Yeah.
I will sing.
Well, if you think if we were playing live, would you sing better that way? No headphones.
Maybe. Probably.
Okay. Anyway, so when I'm with Jeffy and we're playing music and I hit that note, I'm like, bam, boom. Mm-hmm. So my point is, I love that itch, but it's a lot of intensity. And there's also, I'm in Double Leo's house.
What's your sign?
Stop.
What is it?
That's my sign. Stop sign. Why? Why do you want to know?
I'm just wondering.
Oh my god. I'm so not into horoscopes. I love it.
It doesn't matter. I'll just text Val and ask when your birthday
is. I know. But I'm trying to make it into a thing. That's the thing. Whenever we have conflict, don't you, I see you looking down. Do not do it. No. We need disagreement on our stream, and we have a lot. No, I want to brainstorm with you. Stay with me, because I have an idea here. I think we need to come up with 4 Dr. Sarah teaches you how to do stuff.
Okay.
Like I was thinking, I have one that I started talking about with my therapist, and it's funny how you subtly allude to therapy not being your favorite thing, and you're a therapist, and I know you can't say that, but you deep down inside do, and don't worry, no one's watching us. But what's funny about that to me is here I am, Mr. Skeptical, and that's the one thing I'm clinging to. Fucking love it.
Yeah.
But I like the person I'm getting it from, so...
Well, that's the whole point. Like, research shows time and time again that, like, therapy interventions are irrelevant if you don't have a connection with your therapist.
Sure.
So, like, everything that people try to do and, like, you can teach. I believe you can teach things in therapy, in the therapeutic setting. And you can, like, show people how to do things and then give them opportunities to practice. And then you have a connection with someone that will listen to you and that you trust enough to teach you things. And that's like the magic sauce.
So one thing I know about my therapist, she told me this, and I really love it, because you know I scrape for the inside scoop. Like I just need to know, and I struggle with her a lot because if I go to a restaurant, I know all the waiters. If I go to a restaurant all the time, I'm like, "What's up, George? How'd your vasectomy go? Good, yeah. Can you get some butter?" Right? So I get that. So I want to know more. So one thing she told me is that whenever there's a boundary question for her with how she relates to her clients, that she has a board of some of her colleagues that she'll go to and say, this is this and that's that, and they give her feedback to help keep her boundaries clean.
Right.
I fucking love that.
Yeah, it's just therapeutic consultation.
Yes, I love it though. And one time, a friend of mine was doing something in the recovery world, and and she was invited, and I was hosting it for him, and she didn't show up. She said, the blah, blah, blah said blah, 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 I'm not showing up. And I was like, in my heart, I really respected that. It made me feel like I was with somebody that was safe and wasn't going to take advantage of me. Now, do I understand how people could take advantage of it? I mean, I think I'm a pretty sharp guy. If she said, you know, eat a bullet, I'm not going to eat a bullet or jump off a bridge. But I can understand how people could develop a dependency. I don't think I do. I think I have a healthy balance. I sometimes text her and she texts me back, and I sometimes text her and she doesn't, and it's okay.
Yeah. That's the point.
I'm healthy, And I just needed you to know that. I think that was the point of this whole thing. It's just for you to realize how healthy I am.
Right.
So, we're going to try to stick with YouTube.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to come up with ideas of what we could like walk through. Hey, top 10. Oh yeah, I know why I brought this all up. I'm sorry, I was on my own little tangent. I apologize. The tangent is my therapist once sent me a funny thing that was like things that people wish their therapist would say.
Oh yeah.
And it was like, "You're so funny.
Mm-hmm.
You should be a stand-up comic."
Right.
And I wish we could do things to not say to your therapist.
Yeah.
You like that idea?
It's of course. Yeah.
I mean, we could do it now, but I feel like you need to come prepared for it.
Yeah, we need more preparation.
Yeah.
Or like things therapists don't love hearing about. Like, I'd love it if I didn't know that about you.
I would love that. That's great.
Yeah.
So that would be a good YouTube clip. So let's make that a goal for the next time we stream. We're gonna do that, but we need to come up with a theme, and we need to we need to come up with a theme, and we need to prep for it ahead of time.
Okay.
And then if we put that video out in YouTube, then it could get us something, right?
Right.
And you're pretty sure, right? You're like, YouTube's the way to go, buddy.
Yeah.
You know who's not going to agree with this?
Jeffy.
And you're going to talk to him about that, right?
Yeah. It's just about our target market, like our audience.
You're going to talk to him about that.
Yeah.
Because he's going to big daddy me. He's a double Leo, you know.
And you are?
You got me. You got me. I was seeing if we would go back. I'm a Cancer. On the cusp.
Oh, a cusp of what?
You're so funny. I was born June 22nd. I knew you were going to go, oh, aha. Everybody tell your horoscope, go, makes sense.
But you're on the 22nd?
Mm-hmm.
That's nice. I also am on the 22nd. So is my brother. But he's January. I'm October. That matters too. 22 is a good number.
Why?
I don't know. It's the best.
Why? Because that's what you are?
No, I'll tell you. Mm. 22 has an extraordinarily powerful vibration, and it's meant.
How old were you? How old were you when you were like, I love this stuff? Like, what made you fall into it?
I was pretty young. I guess like weird things used to happen to me when I was a kid, and then like ghost kind of things, and then I got really scared of it. But then I've always believed it. Even if I was an atheist, I still believed in like spirits and like not just like the existence of nothing, but like just the existence of the religious dogmatic God. That was not something that I believed in. But I always believed that there was like something else, or people or humans could have like a strange capacity for things. And then I got into quantum physics a lot, and quantum physics talks about like how everything is energy, and how past, present, and future all exist simultaneously at the exact same time. Which, if you think about it, informs like our cell memory and everything, you know, like, so things that from our past. And like, if you think about like, have you ever heard of epigenetic transmission? So it's like, say, there's research that shows that if a mom is stressed when she has a baby in the womb, that 3 generations, based on the stress hormones that are embedded into that baby's genetics, 3 generations of humans will be stressed out from that point forward.
You're making me want to ask you a lot of questions, but I'm going to ask you one, just one.
Okay.
And then we should end our stream so I can go eat dinner.
Okay.
But I do want to ask you this one question.
If a mom is stressed when she has a baby in the womb.
Man, I'll say this. It's a lot easier for me to see that we're on YouTube than it is when we're on Twitch for whatever reason.
Great.
That's the good news. The bad news is nobody on YouTube. The good news is maybe people will come. Like maybe they'll come and comment after.
Yeah, I think so.
It'll be encouraging.
The live interaction isn't so bad, or like lack thereof, you know?
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't bother. Okay, but there's two things. One, Jeffy had a friend, and then he did this one thing and showed people how to do this one thing, and he blew up. And that's how people do it. They create a channel about one video that just did well. And Jeffy and I are still getting gigs based on that George video.
Mm-hmm.
I actually think we get more gigs based on that video than our corporate video because I think I look overweight in it. And I am super self-conscious of how overweight I look. And I literally think we don't get gigs from it. But we just put that video out, if you know what I'm talking about.
Right.
But that's not a story. The second thing I'm going to say is this. What do you think happens when we die?
To our physical bodies or our spirit?
Either.
I think that you leave your body, but I think you take with you the information that you learned in this lifetime, and then you go to somewhere else. More like a reincarnation kind of thing.
Oh.
But I don't think energy ever leaves. Right?
I don't know. I'm listening. And doing interpretive dance.
Where does it go? If everything's made up of energy, right, which is like a fact, even like a desk is made up of the same things that we are, and they're all moving particles. And if we die, that energy has to go somewhere.
Where does it go?
It floats around until it finds something else to stick onto.
I have a fantasy of what happens when you die.
Ooh. Go on.
To be continued.
Come on.
I'll tell you if you really want. I'm surprised you even care, but I'll tell you if you want to know.
Why wouldn't I care?
All right, let me get a snack. Hold on.
Okay.
I'm bored.
I can't believe she left. I thought
know.
you said something to make her mad. I think he left me on live. Oh, you absolutely left me on live. Perfect. I'm going to read from this book. Moon Sign Book. It's like an almanac. So this week, starting the week off tomorrow, is January 12th through 18th. Things change, people change, but that doesn't mean you should forget the past. By Gail Carson Levine. It says, interested in shedding a few pounds? Consider adopting one of the following behavior changes that people who have successfully kept off excess weight practice daily. Chew food 26 times per bite. Oh, just 20. 26. Put your fork down between bites. Drink 64 ounces of no-calorie fluids each day. Water. Drink water. Before eating, ask yourself if you're physically hungry or eating due to boredom, anger, sadness, etc. Sleep at least 7 hours each night. Move your body every day. It's nice. Very nice. This is from, again, the Moon Sign book.
Val's listening.
Good. I was reading a story.
Did you see? Are you able to see any comments?
No?
Oh, let me see. Yeah, she wrote, hey, hey. So now we have 3.
Who's watching us?
She wrote 26, no wonder I choke on food. Valis.
Oh, cool. I just read from a Moon Sign book.
It is nice to, I think that's very interesting. It is nice to say to somebody you're streaming on YouTube as opposed to Twitch, because Twitch is like, what's that?
Yeah, and you have to make an account if you want to comment, right?
Yeah, it's just hard. I don't know what it is. Everybody knows YouTube,
right?
But nobody knows Twitch, unless you're a gamer. So,
right.
Okay, so I wonder if Val's still watching, because now that I'm talking, she's inclined to watch less because she hears me talk all day.
So I really like these cover photos, I guess, that we need to make for, look at 5-minute cure for anxiety, depression, or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I'll send it to you. You get it.
Yeah, 100%. That's what we need to do.
You know, I'm more interested in, so I like helping people,
mm-hmm.
and I don't like, even though I joke about saying I get sick of it, I don't. It's permanently embedded in my body. So since we don't have,
Val said, I never knew you could stream on YouTube. Val, it was not easy to do. I got to tell you. It was not easy. It was not. Keep going.
I think that other people should tell me what to talk about. I'm much more interested in learning things and researching them, or providing information within the context of things that I know, if somebody asks me about it.
But my question is, if we're going to do free how-to videos, then the impetus of those videos can't come from somebody else. It has to come from me. Now, I can provide you right now 50 topics that we could do them on.
Great.
I could be your tell me shit muse if you want.
Okay. Well, I just, and just like talking to people, like if you, now that we've spoken about it, if somebody asks about, like, oh, I wonder what is Reiki anyway, or why does the moon have a role in our, like, I don't know, why does water matter? Well, how much water a day should you drink? I don't know. Why do essential oils work? I don't know. Like. Yeah,
I can ask you 50 of those, and if that's all you need, because if we're going to do how-to videos, Val said nothing's easy. If we're going to do how-to videos, we have to be the ones to say, we want to teach you about this.
Right.
Now, I hate to admit Jeffy fucking his influence on me, but I'll say this, that I would never do it right now because the lighting's so bad. That's Jeffy's influence on me.
So that's okay. I like that because I want to look professional, because then I could also make, it's kind of ridiculous how much content I have saved up of interventions I've created in the past, and like workshops I've done, and like just loads of shit that people like pages and pages of stuff. I can make little ebooks and put them on our website that we're going to have soon, and people can go download them.
Okay, so I finished my snack. What do you got over there? Just getting some air?
I had to shut the window.
So I finished my snack, and upcoming from a curious point of view than a set prescribed info. That's what Val's saying. Val's chatting. It did go, for some reason, up to 4 and then back down to 3.
Great.
So since we have 3. Something. So
It was probably the moon book.
it might have been. But I wasn't there.
Well, I was like, did he leave me live? And I was like, he left me live. What am I supposed to do? Better read a story.
You figured it out. Okay, so I know we're going to lose a viewer because I'm going to talk. But,
Are you talking about Val?
mm-hmm. But here's what I wish would happen when we die. I don't know if it will. But
Okay.
Here's what I wish would happen. I am obsessed and have always been low-key obsessed with the movie, I forgot the name. Not Altered. I'm going to tell you what it is, and you're going to remember. I'm going to feel bad because I can't think of the name, but I'm tired. Albert Brooks and Meryl Streep. They die, and they're both in heaven, and he finds out he's this wimpy.
Oh yeah.
He's this wimpy guy, and she's like the most noble person.
What is that called?
Rip Torn was the counselor, and he plays such a good bombastic type, and they had this. I love the little quirks they had in that movie. It's not Altered States. I feel like it's got 2 names, like 2 words, like Absolute Choices, but it's not that. Are you Googling it?
Ooh, no, that's a good idea though.
Altered Reality, Absolute New Beginnings, or
it's not House Spirits House or House of Spirits, or is it? No.
It's like alternate.
Do you want to know something really funny about Meryl Streep?
What?
I really like her a lot. I think she's beautiful. I think she's talented. I really like her. And I took this personality quiz once, and I said that I have a similar personality as Meryl Streep.
Wow.
And this is why I don't tell my dad and my family things, because one day we were watching movies, and my dad was like, I cannot fucking stand Meryl Streep. And I was like, oh. He's like, it's just something about her personality. And I'm like,
you hate me. Why do you hate me? I know the movie. I found it.
What is it?
What are you doing right now?
I was looking at Meryl Streep movies.
I know what it is.
What is it?
Defending Your Life.
I've never seen it.
Well, I want to tell you about it.
Okay, I was going, God, she's in so many good movies.
Well, she's probably one of the biggest living legend actresses of our time.
And I really want to watch House of Spirits again, so there's that.
I don't know that movie.
Okay, so go on about what happens when you
What's
die.
are you enjoying this? I feel like you
Yes,
are.
I
What's
am.
your expiration date for this stream?
I mean, I'm wondering, the kids are back, so I can't really leave my space anymore if I don't want to interact with other humans besides you and the internet people and Val. She's an internet person and a real human.
The reason I ask is I'm neurotic about. I have this thing with talking to people on the phone or even streaming, that if somebody has to go, I think it's a power control thing, that I want to know that they have to go so I can let them go.
Oh, I think that you're always really. Oh, you want to know something you said to me the other day that really made me mad?
Yeah.
This is within the same context of this
Oh, what?
situation. You were talking about how you're motivated by fear,
Yeah.
and you're talking about Gattaca.
Yeah.
Twice now you said these things, and it's upsetting to me that you think that you have to prove yourself or be motivated by fear for me to continue to be interested in doing this with you.
Well, let me just soften it a little bit. I only feel like I'm motivated by fear when I'm awake. Just when I'm awake.
And when you're sleeping, you're just not fearful at all.
I want you to know what I said to you. I fucking stand by.
But I'm not going anywhere. You don't have to. I'm already.
I have a take on that topic, and I'm so glad we're talking about that rather than my belief on afterlife and defending your life. It was, let's be honest, it's an idea to talk about what I think happens, but you haven't seen Defending Your Life. It made me think I'd love to see that movie with you. You'd really like it a lot. But then we'd need more time, and then the problem like I have with Jeffy is soon to be a problem I'm going to have with you. And so I go, hey, let's watch that movie and bring Val. We're going to come over. We're going to watch the movie together. And then I think, we should be streaming.
Mm-hmm.
We should be streaming, not watching.
Oh, that problem.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
You
anyway,
can't do anything else.
I'm not worried that you're going to find another co-host. What I'm worried about is I believe success comes from repetition of behavior. And I swing into this thing we're doing, and we've been doing it fairly repetitively. It like, you could say it was definitely like a break in the universe because it happened, and like the first hurdle was my dad died, and I'm like, I'm still gonna stream, even though it didn't record.
Right.
Maybe for the best, but anyway. So if you don't keep going, I'm not worried that you're gonna find someone else. I'm worried that we recreate a pattern of behavior in our life that is away from doing something else, and then we get rusty, and then to get back into it, you gotta like climb back up the hill.
Right.
And then be like, oh, yeah, we got to do this. Oh, yeah. Whereas what happens when we stream is we get I'm going to say a mid to small level of dopamine or endorphin.
A tsunami.
No, it's not a tsunami. It's a small level.
I feel like I get a tsunami.
I'd like to believe that. I don't know if you're being sarcastic.
Maybe you get a little splash, but I get a tsunami.
I appreciate that. I mean, that might be true, and I know you're maybe kidding, but I think that for you, there's an old dusty part of your brain that is not being used a lot, and when you go open that door and go into like Imagination Island. By the way, did you see All of Me on Pixar?
Is that a short?
No. Maybe I'm using the wrong word. Inside and Out.
Oh, Inside Out, of course. I even have the little figurines that my cousin got me because he works from Disney.
So good.
I love it.
Just like
That's one of the best therapy movies out there.
So therapeutically amazing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I mean, this must have had so many therapists like going, yes, that is, the memories, and then they're dust, and then they turn to dust, and
right.
The last time I saw it, I did not cry because I had to really have a chat with. Don't you cry at that horse, that little goofy horse. He's giving his life. I
cry. I was sobbing today before my nap. I'm watching this really ridiculous show. I'm pausing again. Called like American Housewife or something. It's about a woman who's married to the guy that was in the Drew Carey show. He was like the friend. I don't know what his name is. With the curly hair?
Yeah.
Long story short, this woman is always insecure about like her body size and all this other stuff. It's funny. And then she has a son, and the son's friend died, who was like this older man. I was sobbing. And it's one of those shows that like nothing sad happens, because even the sad stuff that happens, it's still very like light and quick, because it's a sitcom like that. I get hooked in. So Inside Out makes me cry.
Oh yeah, it's so good. So does WALL-E.
Oh, WALL-E. I have a little WALL-E around here somewhere.
It's great, right?
Yeah.
No? Doesn't make you cry?
I love WALL-E. Of course it makes me cry.
WALL-E, Inside Out. It's probably a good couple of Pixar. I used to cry a little bit on Bug's Life, used to get me, and that was one of the earliest ones. But I had daughters, and watching those movies with my daughters really softened my heart. And I will tell you a little factoid about me. Cartoons get me to cry more than regular movies. because I think they speak to the simple boy in me that's like just sitting around Saturday morning watching cartoons and feeling innocent.
Mm-hmm.
So we're 17 tangents in.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last prior one before we went? I said Inside Out, and we were talking about, and then I said watching the movie Defending Your Life, and I said we won't be able to because you're in the same zone as me and Jeffy, where we're gonna watch a movie, and then I'd be like, we should be streaming, but it was my feelings about death.
No, you said you're gonna tell me another time because I'd never seen that movie.
No, you said I made you mad when I said that I respond to fear. And I was telling you that those behaviors will pull us out of working together, and we won't work together, and we also won't get enough dopamine. You have to keep getting a fix to get up the hill. Then if you get, we're like on the first underside of the step. But even Jeffy and I, we have momentum because we got to a first tier in Twitch. So if we stopped, I feel like I'm walking away from something. You and I don't have any of that. So do I fear waiting for you to ask me to stream? Yes. And
I didn't know I was supposed to ask you.
I'm sorry, am I the asker? Is that my role?
Yeah. Oh, Matt's sad again.
I'm not. It just felt like the right time to do it.
Yeah.
And anyway, no, I don't mind. You know what? That doesn't bother me, and you handle the asks graciously. And you did kind of say that's my role as like the bringer of the fun, and I like my spot. The thing that I think is the impenetrable wall with you that will take you away from doing this is not someone else. Mr. X from the past isn't going to come back and grab you. I'm not worried about that. I'm worried about work swallowing you back up.
So, yeah.
I knew it! So fucking good!
I know, but that's the thing is, like, my current state of homeostasis right now is, like...
Val's commenting, oh my god. I don't know why, but she is.
My current homeostasis is, like, a baseline level of workaholicness and social isolation, mild depression. Like... Yeah. Because nobody... The other day I was talking to Chelsea, my friendship Chelsea, and she was like, because I have been working at 1:30 in the morning and then essentially all day, and then I'm too tired to go anywhere or do anything, and I want to nap, but I can't nap that long, and then it's loud, and then there's people in and out all the time and texting and the whole thing. And I try to just socially isolate, and then if I want to go somewhere, where am I gonna go? What am I gonna do?
Right.
I'm like a zombie, you know? And I can't just like go to work and then go home. It's the same. So
right.
Yeah, it sucks. So I do my best, and she's like, "Isn't that bad for your mental health?"
Who said that? Oh, she said that.
Yeah, Chelsea, it probably is. It probably is bad. But
I know what you said to her. Can I tell you?
Yeah.
Because I know the way you kind of manage your staff. So you be Chelsea and ask me if it's bad, and I'm going to show you, as you, what I think you said. So yeah, and I just never go out.
Isn't that bad for your mental health?
Don't you have Instagram things to post?
Oh.
Got some posting going on? Chip chop.
Click, click.
Click, click. Yeah, I don't mind being that person. That to me is a really good role. I like having the cast of characters of Jeffy and Val. I like Val being on. I've grown to like her being on this, and it's also a really good dynamic in our marriage because I've run off and done a million projects that she's never been involved in. I mean, even earlier she was involved. She's like, I gotta go. Where you going? I am, how you say this, bored, not enjoying this. What do you think we could do that would make it better? I'm not sure off the top of my head, a little more about me and a little less you talking. Well, what if she calls her friend that she's pimping you out to, and we just do like a conference call to get you all the way in the gig. We can even talk about your rates and stuff. I mean, yeah, but okay, but yeah, that's good. Can I sleep while you do it? Are you tired? I mean, it's my birthday, and I'm tired. But yeah, just put the money right in my cleave. So yeah, I'm just worried work will swallow you back up, and then it'll be a little dusty. So I don't feel that way at all. And I appreciate what you said. I do like hearing that. I like hearing you say that. I don't even think it's high dope.
For a year.
What?
I've been in a mild state of depression.
No, I don't like hearing that. I like hearing. I don't actually. I like hearing that it's a source of pleasure and dopamine for you. I actually don't even think that's true. I think it's a source of. It's a relaxing time for you where you're only feeding a very dark part of your brain, and so you enjoy it. It's like having a nail in the side, and then you're like, oh my god, it feels great. I'm like, yeah, the nail's just not in your side. You're not even feeling pleasure. You're just feeling lack of pain. That's what I think this is for you. It's like the only time where all you have to do is like hit the pleasure spot of your brain and go, what is Matt trying to say? And and I'm fine with all that. But I still think that there's such immense pressure on you to push all these buttons and feed everybody. I mean, to me, what we have in common is I've learned this about myself, and I like this about myself, but I know the pitfall. What it is people use the word people pleaser, and I've learned that's such a shitty word. Like it sounds like such a. It's funny. It sounds like such a derogatory thing, unless you're being the one pleased. Then they all seem to like it. Jeffy likes when I wrangle him, but then he doesn't. And then he's like, you're pandering. You're being such a people. I'm like, you seem to like it when I do it with you. Yeah, did you get me the bang? Yeah, I did. Yeah, I mean. But what I think it comes down to is simply this. People pleasers get pleasure filling other people's buckets. They typically become neglectful of themselves. Sometimes they fall into depression, and then sometimes they act out by justifying their self-pity, and then they act out in enraged ways. Like, I know a woman I work with is such a people pleaser, and she's a single mom, and she does all this stuff, and then I can tell that when she goes out with her friends to party, she just justifies like deep dish party because she's so empty in other ways. And I feel like that's the plight of the people please. And what the best layering of my life in the last year has been me going, yeah, this could happen to me. I need to take care of myself more. And but I don't feel like a martyr being a people pleaser anymore. And I used to think I do everything for them and I don't get anything back. And I realized in the last year that if I allow myself to victimize myself that way, then I'm literally just allowing myself to be miserable. And what I have to say is, yeah, you're not good at, people aren't used to taking care of you, and you're not good at speaking up. And I go, yeah, I own it. And I go, well, that's your fault. Then I don't feel as bad.
Yeah. Have you ever pretended like you were asleep so your kids don't know you're awake? Like when they were growing up, or like because you don't want to do it?
No, I know where you're headed, and I can say this. That's why I'm so good at art, because I always created art projects. I go do the play, because the only way I could get out of pleasing everyone is to not be there. Because once I'm there, I'm locked in. No, you need to this, and you got to get to that. I'll do it. And then I got to go do this skit, the show, get on the road.
Right. Yeah, and even when I leave, it's the same thing. And I don't know if it's people pleasing as much as it's like, I mean, maybe it is a weird way, it's not people pleasing, but it's also like, I feel like I provide like this structure that, and I have equal concerns about it too. Like if I don't do it, it won't happen.
Right, because you're the impetus of much.
Yeah, and so, but like sometimes I like to pretend like I'm sleeping, but I know that as soon as like they hear me, or as soon as somebody knows, then it's like the floodgate. Like sometimes I do it with my dogs in the morning. Like I pretend like I close my eyes and pretend like I'm not awake because they're like watching me, and as soon as my eyes open,
It's
then it's like,
gross, man.
oh, she's up,
I
she's up, she's
cannot
up.
stand how much need all around you have. You have so much need around you, especially Simba and Nala.
I know, all the time.
It it's hard, man. I mean, I would feel so drained.
Yeah, and the worst part is by the time most people start to function at like 9 a.m., I've already worked at least like a 6 to 8 hour day.
So, speaking of that, tomorrow is Monday.
Mm-hmm.
I did get a lot of sleep today.
Right.
Do you want to do a 5 a.m. stream tomorrow if I'm awake?
5 a.m.
Are you awake? I'm just asking.
I'm awake.
You just don't know
I'm
if you
trying to
can.
think of a quiet place. Yeah, you know what? We can do it.
Let's just say, let's throw a maybe on it. If I'm not up and you're not up, we're not doing it.
Well, I will be up for sure. It's just me being quiet enough between the wake up time is at 6:30, and so I'm here. But I can do it in my.
Well, I work out at 6. I work out at 6 to 7, and then I'm gonna stream with Jeffy tomorrow night, and then Tuesday I will go to work out again, and then Wednesday I go really early in the morning to Arizona, and I will be, unless I'm extremely tired, which I have a really good shot at Wednesday night, which we've already agreed to. So tomorrow is an asterisk. Tomorrow's an asterisk. Wednesday's a definite. That is what I do like about this, is that we figured out the Zoom, figured out streaming. I don't like my circumstance, but I also have to wait until all of our guests leave so that I can make my office look better for streaming. I buy a camera, but I'm just not there yet. It's just not what I want to do.
It'll happen. I'm doing the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
I have all this plan.
You only have, so listen, there's still a million things I'd like you to do. I'd like you to look through the YouTubes and name them. That would be good for SEO. I don't know what you did with domains, but I'm excited. I don't care about any of those things. I only want you to do one thing as your assignment.
Sleep.
No.
Write jokes.
No, and you bring up a good point before we hang up. I'm never going to be that person that tells you how to take care of yourself, because you know and I know that you know how to take care of yourself. And if I told you how to take care of yourself, I'm just becoming one more person I'm becoming one more burden that you have to deal with. Am I wrong?
No,
I consider people's advice 99% a burden. Like, well, you gotta do the blah blah. I'm like, okay.
Right. Yeah, I don't think it's a burden. I just think like I'll be that annoying person that you offer a suggestion to, and then I have a reason why I can't do it.
I fucking do not even want to be that person. And I will say that you can always ask me how much water I drank. I find it to be charming.
Thank you. It's something that is really important to me. I think hydration is really important. It makes people feel really good. And I think that the people in my life need to be well hydrated. I'm often very concerned about things like hydration, heart health, strokes, just that kind of stuff.
We're really ending this stream on a good note.
Yeah.
Doing good. So you have one assignment from me.
Okay.
I want you to think of the topic that we're going to do a teaching thing on.
Okay.
Not 10. You may come up with 10, but I want you to tell me your best. We came up with some ideas like therapy or things not to say in therapy. Think about the most broadest appeal. Even do some research on it if you want. And then I want to see the one how-to video or not to or 10 steps to. I've got ideas, but I want to know your ideas. That is your assignment. And we may even do it on Wednesday night.
Great. That sounds good.
Yeah, it is.
Cool.
Are we done?
Cool.
We are.
Yes.
I got to go hang out birthday girl.
Happy birthday, Val.
Bye. Good stream.
Bye bye.
Bye.